Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Ceejay, one half of the CNG Podcast. Today, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the Bulls Summer League, how they've been going through the Summer League so far. If you guys watching this video on Facebook, don't forget to leave a like on the video. If you're watching it on YouTube, also leave a like on the video as well. But hey, let's go ahead and let's get started. Now, it was three players that I wanted to pretty much put focus on, for this summer league. The three players were Marko Simonovic. Of course, he was the Bulls second round pick from a couple years ago, playing in his second stint in the summer league. He also played last year with Patrick Williams. Also, Dalen Terry, the 18th overall pick that the Bulls drafted this year. And also Justin Lewis, the undrafted power forward. So those were the three guys that I wanted to pretty much get into as far as with the summer league. Right now, let's get into Marko. Now, Marko had a strong game in the first game, 27 points, 13 rebounds. He really came out and played very well against Dallas. This is one of the highlights, from that game. But for the last the next game against New York, he disappeared. I believe he had 1.56 rebounds. So when it came against talent, as far as athletic talent that New York has, athletic front line, Marko had an issue. And one thing that you do notice about Marko this year, at least I can say, is that he put on at least 20 pounds of muscle. So it definitely shows when he's out there on the court. He's able to get in the paint, put his body in there, get rebounds, get tip-ins, get putbacks. And he's been doing a very good job of that. And I think that was the biggest thing from his summer, was putting on that extra weight, and it showed throughout the summer league. He's actually did a pretty good job. I believe going into the game today against Charlotte, he was averaging, 22, 23 minutes, 11 points, about 5.5 rebounds, So those numbers really don't wow you, I get it. Well, actually, I believe it was 7 rebounds. But anyway, those numbers don't wow you, as he did in the G League. But at the same time, I was impressed with him as far as, overall the way he played. And I know that New York game wasn't the best, but, you have to give players like this time. But I'm very happy that he, at least put in the effort to get his body right this summer. That was the biggest thing from him going when he was drafted, is that he had to fill into his body. So he did a good job of that. But what I'm expecting from him this year with the Bulls, probably not going to get a lot of minutes, but he may fill in a few games for a couple guys. Hopefully with Nikola and Andre Drummond, those guys can stay healthy. If not, you definitely will be seeing Marko out there getting playing time. Overall, I thought he did a pretty good job. If I was to give him a grade for the summer league, I would give him a C+. The only reason why I'm not going to give him a B is because at times Marko has struggled on the defensive end. At times, he has had a problem catching the ball, catching the ball in the paint off of passes. It's been pretty much getting off of his fingers, and he's got to do a better job of being able to control the ball when he catches it and being able to finish, being able to make a move with it. But I give him a C+. Now, next up, we're going to talk about the Bulls' 18th overall pick from this year's draft, Dalen Terry. Now, Dalen has really been impressive. This is one of the, pictures from the Toronto game. But he's been impressive because he's been the most consistent. He's not a big time scorer, but he does a little bit of everything. You know, his passing definitely catches your eye. His defense, you know, definitely is something, you know, that's impressive to say the least. He does finish around the basket pretty well. You know, so he does little things here and there. The one thing I would, you know, give him as far as being a negative, but I think this is with all players, is that he, you know, tends to turn the ball over a little bit too much. But again, what rookie has not came in and turned over the ball a lot? So we can't really knock that on him as far as him turning over the basketball. But as far as with his game, especially the game tonight that he had against Charlotte, as I'm going to pull that up, he had 20 points, shot 8 of 12 from the field, 5 rebounds. He had an assist. He was 2 of 2 from 3. So this kid definitely has potential. If he puts it all together, which I think he can, because he's already a strong-minded kid. Yes, that New York game was not everybody's best game, but the kid came back strong within the last 2 games and played well. Especially this last game was his best game in the summer league. So this kid definitely has potential. You know, he definitely has an understanding of the game. You know, and all he has to do is get better, and he will get better. You know, so you just have to give him time. And, you know, from this next highlight, you know, Bulls fans definitely have to be excited about him. I'm going to roll the clip. Now, he does, you know, that has to get you excited if you're a Bulls fan, because a lot of people kind of got on Arturius for, you know, and for Mark Everly for drafting this kid, because people didn't understand it. You know, the whole Lonzo situation with him being hurt, his knee not being right, you know, they had to kind of take that approach. I know there were some other players that they maybe could have drafted, but I really do believe that Arturius and Eversley have a game plan. You know, they draft guys that, to me, have a strong mentality of improving at a high rate. You know, no laziness from the guys they're drafting. The guys coming in with strong chip on their shoulder, ready to play. And I believe that's what Terry's going to bring to this team. Now, the last kid that I'm going to talk about, is going to be Justin Lewis. Now, Justin Lewis, numbers maybe not been the best numbers, you know, in 20 minutes of action that he's played this summer league. I know the game tonight against Charlotte, he has 6.6 rebounds. You know, but this kid does a lot of things very well. He had 2 block shots in tonight's game. Did an outstanding job, you know, as far as getting into certain spots, making, you know, good decisions when it comes to, you know, not shooting horrible shots, being, you know, on the defense where he's supposed to be. You know, so he's another player that I'm excited to see what he's going to do for the Bulls moving forward. He's on a 2-way contract, so of course he's going to be in the G League. But the fact that the Bulls have signed him to a 2-way contract, I like that a lot. If I was to give him a grade, I would say around a C plus, and you know, but I definitely would have graded him higher if he would have played more minutes. But everybody has pretty much played around the same minutes in the summer league. You know, he just maybe wasn't as aggressive enough on the offensive side of the ball. So you really didn't get to see a whole lot of him doing what he's able to do. But, you know, the kid definitely has potential as well. You know, here's a dunk right here that he had against Dallas the first game. He had another big dunk tonight against the Hornets. So this kid definitely has some hidden skills that I think we have not seen yet that I think people are going to be very surprised by him. So, with Dalen Terry, I didn't give him a grade. My grade for him is going to be a B+. Again, I think he has to work on his shooting. Going back into Terry for a second, that would be my only negative on him, is that it has to be his shooting, and of course the turnovers, but I think that's going to improve over time. Overall, I've been very impressed with the Bulls this summer league. They're 3-1. They could be playing in the play-in I believe it's a play-in tournament for the championship. So the Bulls may not be done as of yet. So you may see myself and G Walker and possibly Gaming Merch coming back, doing a video, and we're gonna probably talk about this. But we'll see how far the Bulls will get. I'm not making any promises, but we'll wait and see what happens. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna wrap this video up. I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, appreciate you guys with the support. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like the video. You all have a great rest of your day. And this is CJ. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care.